Okay, in this video it's a bit of a follow-up, getting fancy with certificates on how we're going to create that certificate and make it look like the way we want to. So I'm going to go into this edit award for a minute, and we're going to see I gave it a name and description. We're going to create one from scratch in a second, and we've got it set down with a image and a template. The template I've got right now has been uploaded. It just looks like this from here, but in fact I've got all these replace strings, they're called, inside. I'm using Adobe Acrobat Pro, but I'm going to show you a free version thanks to Mark Lee how to do it as well. But we're looking at these replace strings of full name, award description, award evidence, course name, issuer name, award date. Let's see how that plays out. So if I'm going to issue that award to a student, then I'll go back to my awards, class list awards, and let's issue that to this student. Issue the award. The criteria is actually called award evidence in the replace strings, but way to go 90% issue. Remember, as a student, let's see what that looks like. I just jumped in as my student. They see the award, way to go 90%. If they look at his award, he can see that he can print it off, generate certificate, and we'll see the full name. Okay, so I kind of put this beside each other, the full name, the award description, the award evidence, that's what I just typed in individually, course name, issuer name, and award date. So lots of stuff we can play with. Let's create one of these certificates now. You can create with PDF Annotator, you can create with whatever program you want to, Microsoft Publisher. A lot of people are using Office, so I'm going to do templates.office.com, and I'm going to search for award. And we're going to start from scratch. And on the award, I'm going to pick whichever award I want. I don't really like Microsoft Word because it's hard to layer images, so I'm going to pick one down here further on as a PowerPoint. Let's make this as an easy one. And I'm going to go ahead and edit right in my browser because I'm logged into my Office 365. So it looks like a PowerPoint. We're going to end up saving this as a PDF and then adding in those extra little pieces. Okay. So I'm going to remove name of recipient. In fact, I'll remove that whole box. If I click on the edge of the box, I should be able to delete the box. And I'm going to remove, sorry, it's trying to fight me back there. There we go, removed. This one I'm going to remove. It may pop in there for add text. I'm going to remove that as well. The little text box here. And I'm going to remove that one. Unless you want something to be on every single person's one, we can use these as the replace strings for whatever we want to show up there. Okay, so I think I'll remove that guy as well. Outstanding achievement, that's fine. If I want to add in some images, I can go ahead and take an image from my school board, for example. I went to my school board, and I think I'm going to take this and save the image as logo header. I've already got it saved here once. And so I could write within my PowerPoint, insert a picture from my computer. Let's choose a file, logo header, open, insert. So I can get images in there, whatever I want to do. Okay, this is close enough. I'm just going to make it nice and easy. I want to now save this as a PDF. So I'm going to download as a PDF. It's called Presentation 4 here. Now I need to edit that, and if I had Adobe Pro, I'd do that, but if I don't, I'm going to use the online version that Mark Lee gave me. It's called pdfescape.com/windows, and I can edit online. So I'm going to go online, and I can sign in with my Google account if I want to, or my Facebook, or create a new user, whatever you want to do. I've got lots of different accounts. I don't want any emails or anything. Okay, so I want to edit a PDF file, and I'm going to upload it. I could create from scratch here if I want to, but I'm going to upload it, and I'll choose the file, and it was this Presentation 4. Fair enough that this is free, so it's giving me some ads on the side here, but it's the forms that I want to stick in here. So the different forms available to me are course start date, end date, name, first name, user, email, username, whatever I want to do here. Okay. And so I can add any of the ones I want. I'm going to pick from this one, full name or description are two of the things I want to put in there for sure. So it's form field, it's a text, and I just click on here. This is the form, and don't type anything in there. You're going to right click in there, and you're going to object properties, and you can give it a name. So the name I want this one is curly bracket full name. Whoops. And you got to watch it. There's no spaces in there. I want it to be visible. If it was a long one, I'm going to use multi-line. I don't need it for the full name, but I will for the award description. And then I don't need a password or anything else. I can worry about it if I want it to be centered, and then say okay. And I can put this wherever I want. And the other one I'm going to put in here is another one. And just because I clicked again, I'm still in form field. It's adding another one. I'm going to right click and say this is an object, but this one's going to be award description. Whoops. Curly bracket award description. Curly bracket. And I'm going to have this one being a multi-line, and I'll put it as centering as well. And it's hard to see because those are just green boxes, but wherever it wants to go. And I can make it bigger if I want to, or move it wherever I want on the page, but I think I'll make it nice and big and multi-line. Okay, and I can add things in course name if I want to, issuer name if I want to. I think that's enough for now just to get the idea. I'm going to save the document, and I'm going to download the document as well. Okay, so this is presentation 4, number 1. If I open it up, it's just going to look like this without any of those green boxes. Now I need to use that as my template. So I'm going to go back to my course awards. I'm going to add a new award here. I'm going to create one from scratch. The name of it is New Certificate. Wow, great description. Oops. And it can be multiple lines if I want to. It's not a badge, it's going to be a certificate. Okay, I'm only going to make this to the Volt one here, I think. And then, so I need an image. I'm just going to pick one of these in here. Whichever one I want here. We'll go ahead and say it's a global badge there. That's fine. Now I need to upload a new template. That's the one I had here, presentation 4-1. Open. Okay. Issuer name I could say is, Loyola School if I want to. Or so that's URL, pardon me. Issuer name I'm just going to say is Mr. DeLille for this one. How's that? Okay. The other ones I don't need to. I'm not using those other replace strings, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to save that and close it. Okay. New certificate's there. Let's give it a couple credits worth because it was important. I'm not going to do any release conditions, but let's award that to a student now. So class list awards. Let's give this to the Volt one here. We're going to issue this new award called New Certificate. New criteria here, issue. I log back in as a student. He's got this new award just came up here. If he goes to view award, he's got this new one called a new certificate. If he generates certificate, it'll open up here. This is to acknowledge that Volt student, wow, great description, has been recognized. I didn't add anything else in there. So a bit long video, but gets the ideas, and you can change the size and everything else if you want to.